Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Beekeeper Tarot. My name is Alan. I just wanted to show you some more stuff which I've done with my hive. Pardon me. As I said, I wanted to walk you through this in real time. So the first thing I want you to notice is this is where my hive is. So there's the fence next to here. So what I've done is I've put the hive on like a little frame that with wheels on it. So what that means is that if I need to do any work on the hive, like go in and do inspections or whatever, all I need to do is roll it out. And it's a really good idea if you're a beekeeper. Put your hive, so it's basically just what would you call it, like a frame, I can't think of the word. Yeah, it's just like a little base with wheels on it. And so what I've done is I've coated the base with some weather protection so it's not going to rot, and it's got the wheels, and then yeah, that's it. So you can see at the top here, see where that hole is. So there's 4 holes for ventilation in the hive. So what that means is that the bees, if they want to cool down the hive in summer, what they'll do is they'll go to the front of the hive, and often they'll wet their wings. So I've got a bird bath with cork in it, which I'll show you shortly. So they go into there, and then they can wet their wings, and they can fan air through the hive, and they can air condition the hive. That's how incredible they are. Now on the top, so you can see the metal lid on top of the hive. So what I do for summer is I've got like some boarding there, and I've got some bricks just so I can mash it up with the bricks near the fence. And I've just got 2 mortar and pestles here. And what that does is it just gives the hive a bit more protection for summer, because if the sun is beating down on the metal lid, that's going to get really, really hot. So I want to try and keep them as comfortable as possible. Now I'm just going to put you on pause, and I'm going to show you the front. 2 seconds, guys. Okay, folks, so you can see that is the front of the hive. So that's where I've been feeding. That's the feeder. So that's got a combination of water and sugar. So 1-to-1 ratio. And they're just munching on that. And then you can see on the top, you can see where that the boarding is protruding over the front. So that's just going to give them a bit of protection for when it rains or even the heat. They've got their own veranda. In Australia, we have some houses that have big verandas around the entire house. We call them Queenslanders. It's just a bit of Australian slang, a bit of Australian knowledge there for you, for what it's worth. But that's what they do with that. Now, over here is one of my basil plants that's been growing up, and the bees are just munching into that. So this is the basil plant that I've propagated all my other basil plants from, and so you will see the bees will be munching into that. And if I just put you on pause for one more second. Now I don't know how clear this is going to come out on the camera, but I just want to show you the bees' runway. So the bees are they'll be flying in that direction there. So they land, you can sort of see them flying. Maybe if I get a bit closer to the hive. Maybe if I do this. They look like little orbs, don't they? But that's the bees there, so they're flying through all of that. And you can see that they're quite busy collecting pollen and doing their bee stuff. And I'm just going to show you the bird bath. 2 seconds, guys. So this is my bird bath here, and as you can see, I've got cork on it. So basically what will happen is when the bees want to have a drink, or if they need to cool off or whatever they do, they can fly and they can land on the cork. And so that means, and the good thing about using cork is that it doesn't matter if this drops down in because of the heat, because we're coming into the hot weather now. If this drops down because of evaporation, then the corks will still remain on top of the water. And so my theory is that the bees aren't worrying so much about the water right now, because they've got food, because they've got the 1-to-1 mixture of the honey, the one-to-one mixture of the sugar and the water. I'll see if I can get any videos of any bees on this basil plant. But the bees just love this basil plant. Let's see how I go. But anyway, so that's a little bit from me for today. My phone is about to run out of charge, so I better head off. And I'll post this, and I'm going to hopefully do some tarot very shortly. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Bye for now. Bye.